Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're trying to consolidate some bills, trying to get caught up on some bills, or you're trying to just get some money to get your car fixed or something like that, well, I have a video that's going to help you. Now, let's talk about LightStream, okay? Now, here's the thing about it with LightStream. A lot of people have been trying to apply for LightStream and they're getting denied and they have good credit score. Here's something that most people don't know. With Lightstream being associated with Truist, if your DTI, your debt to income ratio, is over that 50% threshold, that may be the reason why you're getting denied. All right. So I'm going to break down some of these data points so you can understand of why certain institutions you have to be very careful with. Now, with Lightstream, the average credit score is a 660, all right? But you'll have the highest approval with a 680 credit score, okay? Now, they do use TransUnion FICO 8. That's another thing. They use TransUnion FICO 8. Now, here's the interesting thing about it because Truist, they actually will use Equifax FICO 8. But with Lightstream being a subsidiary of them, they actually use TransUnion. All right. So you may want to look at Truist Bank and go through them for a loan versus depending on what your credit score is. So if you have a higher Equifax, then you'll go with Truist. But if you have a higher TransUnion, you may want to look at Lightstream. And as you can see here, the loans start from 5,000 up to 100,000. When people go for this here type of loan, you can be approved if you're receiving government benefits. That's another thing about it. Like that's a good thing about it because certain institutions they won't work with you if you're receiving like SSI, disability, things of that nature. But Lightstream will be willing to work with you. Like I said, just keep in mind that that credit score should be at least averaging 660, but I would tell you go for a 680 credit score. Now, what happens if you can't even get into Lightstream? What do you do from that point? All right, even when you have that 700 plus credit score, where do you go? Well, I have a couple solutions for you. Now, the first one is Alliant. Okay, Alliant credit union. And the reason why is because they use TransUnion as well. TransUnion FICO 8. Now, I have heard that they have been using a FICO 4 score as well. All right. But the thing about it is still going to be a TransUnion. And as you can see here, they go from 1,000 up to 100,000. Now, one thing that I'm going to revert back to is looking at Lightstream why I don't really care too much for because they don't offer that line of credit. And for many of you guys, you always hear me say that if an institution is not offering a line of credit, I'm more likely will pass them up. And the reason I tell you that is because when you put in that application and you get approved, let's just say they give you 35,000, right? With Lightstream. Okay, but that's a loan. So when you pay back that loan, you have to reapply for it. However, if they would have had been offering a line of credit, you only getting charged for what you actually use. So you're not getting charged for the whole dollar amount. So that's the reason I try to get people to look at places that do offer a line of credit. Now, going back over to Alliant, again, their situation is they offer the personal loans, but they do not offer the lines of credit as well. But they are TransUnion. So if you got a high TransUnion credit score, this may be an option for you as well. Now, for those of you, I wanted to share this with you. Look, before you go after a loan and you need to increase your income, I would go to my HR department and I would request this form, a W-4 form. And this here is going to stop them from taking federal income taxes out of your check. So you bring home a bigger paycheck. All right. And this may be a solution for many of you all. That way you don't have to take out that extra loan for debt consolidation or whatever. Again, like I said, if you're working a W-2 job, I would definitely take into consideration this. Now, here's another resource for you all. Look, if you're struggling to pay them bills and you need some help, you also can go to findhelp.org. Now, here's the thing about it with findhelp.org. They help you with food resources, housing, goods, transportation. So they help you with a multitude of things. And all you do, you go here and you put your zip code in 63111, right? So that's a Missouri zip code. And so it tells you like how many programs. And this here is a nationwide system, right? And so they have 2,758 programs, right, to help you. I'd like to always include these type of resources because again, you may not qualify for a loan through LightStream, but you still need the help. Now, there's also one other place you can go to your U.S. Department of Treasury and they have a rental assistance program, but it's more than a rental assistance program. This here, they would have you to go to contact 211. And so they will also help you with resources for rent and utilities as well. Okay, so that's what I mean about my videos isn't just talking about one product. I'm always trying to give solutions to any and everybody that needs help. And I hope you guys appreciate it. Now, another institution that I always tell you guys check out, look at Connector. Connector Credit Union is non-geo restricted. Anybody can join them. And as you can see here, they offer the personal loans from 1,000 up to 100,000, right? But I'm gonna tell you what's unique about this here credit union in a minute, because another thing that they actually offer is the lines of credit from 1,000 up to 100,000 as well. Okay, so now this is why I tell you. And look, the lines of credit, the interest rate, yes, is going to be maybe almost a point higher, or 0.75% higher than the loans. But again, I would go after this here. All right, it's non-geo restricted, so anybody can join. Now, one of the things I always tell you when you first join a credit union, I always tell you to open up a checking account, a savings account, and then if they offer like a CD, and yes, they do offer like CDs or money market accounts, open up a small CD or money market account and make some deposits. Now, for those of you guys that are entrepreneurs and you're doing your own thing with your side hustles and stuff, and you don't have like direct deposit, you can click the link below and we can set you up with pay stubs and stuff. So that way you can have direct deposit, because a lot of people sleep on not even having pay stubs because they don't realize that it's going to help you get a car, it's going to help you get a house, get into an apartment, and help you get loans. So that's the reason I continue to tell people don't sleep on not having those pay stubs, because it's going to help you get more money as well. For those of you that have real bad credit, but you have good income, I always tell you, you may have to return to a tribal lender. And Max Personal Loans is a tribal lender. And as you can see, they go from 2,600 up to 50,000. All right. They are tribal lenders. So meaning that their debt to income ratio, where LightStream is 50%, their debt to income ratio can go all the way up to 70, 75%. But that because they're not focused on the credit score, they're focused on if you have the income to pay the loan back. So yes, the interest rates is going to be much higher. However, they're more flexible in terms of helping you qualify for a loan, all right, to pay down some debt or whatever. So Max Personal Loans, and here's the states that they actually operate in, so you'll know. So if you're in one of these here states, you should be able to reach out to them and apply. All right. If any of you guys ever used Max Personal Loans in the past, let me know. Did you like the service? What happened? So the community can know. I'm always trying to find resources to help the community. So if you have any questions, you can click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. If you need pay stubs, type the word pay stubs. I'll send you over the link to set up the pay stub.